Okay, apparently midway through the recording, it'll have to be broken off into two parts, as I said. But my recording software kind of bugged in a second, which is fine. Anyways. I hope you guys didn't miss too much. I'm actually gonna check right now. I believe it cut like midway through my narration of the battle. Wild in their intent, but destructive and precise in their strikes. The Dragon Ogres deployed from the right. Would seek to get their charges in, but would nearly stick out the conflict while the Blood Knights use their lances to full efficiency. Lovely. Anyways, yeah, it looks like it cut out a little bit near towards the end. Which, feel free to tell me if you guys want more, like, kind of narration of battles and stuff, like, multiplayer battles. But what I actually wanted to show you guys is... I'm gonna go ahead and go into replays, go to that replay again, and what I actually want to show you is, I don't know whether it's gonna load in here or not, like, I need to just end the replay, and I want to get a overview of what they took, and kind of explain what I would have taken in their position, and what kind of variables I'd be dealing with, and kind of the problems that I would run into. Replay. Okay, and replay. Okay, so here we are. This is the battle screen, this is what happened, etc. The losses... blah. I guess it doesn't show if you don't load the full replay. Anyways, that's fine. This is my army. It looks like Malagor and they died, but they didn't. Anyways, Beastcore, Ungor, Raiders, Centaurs, Minigor to Great Weapons. Anyways, Chaos Lord, Chaos Sorcerer, Forsaken, Chaos Warriors, Chaos Warrior, 2 Chosen, and 2 Dragon Ogres. This army is a very regular army. Like, it's not really specialized. It can't really deal with anything other than it's just trying to be a bulwark. It's trying to stick out in a fight by itself. I'm actually going to get Twitch chat up quickly here. Bear with me. Just going to get Twitch chat up real quick. Web browser. Twitch. Now, unfortunately, it's going to actually want to go to the main page. And we will not ever hear that again. Holy fuck. And it still wants to see that whole TwitchCon shit. Like, I don't want TwitchCon at all. I don't. There is no point. Anyways. Let me get to my chat, please. I just get this fucking chat up, and I'll pop it out, and I can respond to you guys in real time. Okay, cool. There's a slight stream delay, though. Okay, so... let me guess. Rat Dodo? No. Got one other viewer, but I can't see it. I think just chat is behind. Gonna refresh the stream real quick. Anyways, to complete my analysis here, or at least continue on with my analysis, this army right here can stick it out in a fight as long as there's not overwhelming numbers, which I had Goreherd and Beastagors that could easily surround. Like, they didn't have a wide enough center. They didn't spread their units out effectively because they couldn't, because the Chosen are like a group of 60, as opposed to the... I'm pretty sure they're a group of like 40, actually, as opposed to the group of like 80 Goreherd. Which when you're... This is actually true of real-life battles, like in medieval age. Medieval days, they're the whole system that will... There's the two wings in the center. If your center isn't large enough to encompass your enemy, it doesn't matter how good your units are. Well, depending on the defensive position, but we'll get to that later. Depending on the defensive position of your units, you could hold off against mass numbers, but that would mean you would need to cover all sides, and your enemy would just you'd have to make your enemy run at you, and your enemy would have to not be able to stand idly by and shoot you with archers. This is not the case because Chaos has really shit archers. I also have really shit archers, but they're archers nonetheless, and therefore I take them because archers are useful for what they're useful for. Which what they're useful for is, what I use them for is taking down, I was going to use them to take down any large units that they have, and plus get a few shots off on any units that weren't armored, like these marauders, but I found the Chaos spawn to be the target of choice. I actually ended up killing, I think it was 9, no, I ended up killing 12 of them. I'm just gonna let this go through. I'm gonna watch the battle too, as well. The narration was a good choice on my part, but I don't know if I'll have to get it refined. So, the problem with this is, like, look at his army. It's all anti-infantry, right? This guy tried to hard counter both our armies because he expected Grave Guard and he expected Beastmen to do what they usually do best, is field a bunch of infantry that actually are pretty solid at what they do. We're kind of scrubby in the sense that our units aren't really the best. We have a lot of models for our units. Now, instantly I saw him deploying like this, and I saw him, like, how we were positioned, and I instantly turned to face my enemy. I didn't pull back. I wasn't, like, scared of it. I stood and adjusted my formation. This is after I grouped, because I grouped after the start battle thing. I grouped them and stood them to face the enemy, and look, even my enemy backs off because he knows he can't catch me off guard. And also he notices that his ally here is actually